what's the plan for your camp and for Lenny's group as well na makahabol in the next 4 or 5 months?
Well, I'm not in a position to speak for the Vice President, but I am still very optimistic about what will happen because the real time the numbers will make a difference is when we start coming January, February. Diyan talaga kailangan natin mabantayan yung numbers sa surveys. And that's really when the campaign will ramp up. And I am pretty sure that there will be very, very strong measures that will be taken to bridge the gap between the front runner, kumbaga, and the others. The other thing is that if you look at our historically, if you look at our elections, the person who is a front runner, especially for the presidency in the early part, pre-January, does not necessarily end up the winner. It has happened in a number of elections na hindi naman siya nananalo. So right now, I think it's too early to make a judgment about that. This is going to be an election for the ages. And kung boxing ito, nasa preliminary rounds pa lang tayo. First round, second round pa lang. Ang magiging matindi dyan is when we are smack in the middle of the campaign and when the debates begin. Because I think a lot of voters really wait for that. And they don't really make a final decision on who they will vote for until maybe weeks or even days before the election. Kaya all of the surveys, as the people I know who run these surveys say, these are simple snapshots of opinions of people at the moment the survey is taken, not necessarily that they will be voting for them at the end.
But we are facing the prospect of another Marcos getting to Malacanang. Only a prospect. Yun nga, malayo pa yung laban eh. Pero we're now there in that part of history where I don't know if would the voters be proving 35 years wrong, or how should we look at it? In other words, I'm grasping for words for a better way of saying it, pero I think you know where I'm headed.
I think it's a confluence of many different factors. One is the fact that our justice system was not responsive in terms of putting closure to the cases that cropped up from the dictatorship. To the point that up to now, 45, 46 years later, some of these cases are still pending before our courts. I believe that in itself is an injustice. Dapat by now, natapos na yung mga kaso na yan. Second is that there were very clear attempts beginning, I remember, around 2004, 2005, to produce videos and to put them out on the internet that rewrote history, in particular what happened during the Marcos time, and that they were directly targeted at the youth, who were then young, who are now middle, working people, and that. Another factor is the fact that we were never able to implement a very good voter education system, which to me should begin in basic education. Dapat yet in the early stages of our children being taught in school, they should also be taught about the obligations of citizens and the importance of voting. And